How's it going, everybody? Viva Miami, am I right? I appreciate you guys sticking around, especially I know you guys probably have dinners to go to, yacht parties to attend, but I really appreciate this opportunity to be with you guys today. And given recent market events, it's been hard for a lot of companies in the industry. And so today I wanted to give a brief guide on how we can all make it through this next bear market. And so let's first identify the challenges that we're all facing as Bitcoin miners. The first of which is the drop in Bitcoin price. And this has obviously put a lot of pressure on Bitcoin miners as their profitability has taken a huge toll. This is also, for a lot of companies, not just within Bitcoin mining, has put a lot of pressure as companies have been forced into liquidation. It's been seen as kind of a liquidation crisis. And also, as the price of Bitcoin has been down, the ability to get new loans is much more difficult. The second point is high operational costs, especially within certain regions of the United States where labor is high. Operational costs can be extremely expensive. And then running a Bitcoin mining site is not easy, especially as miners have tried to scale really quickly within the last year or so. Scaling quickly and running a lean operation at the same time can be really difficult. Number 3 is a shortage of power. And this isn't necessarily a shortage of power within the United States because, as we know, power is actually fairly abundant. But this is more of a point that there's a shortage of power access to Bitcoin miners. And this is due to regulatory organizations and the companies that run the generation. They're still not sure what they're going to do with all of the demand that we are seeing from Bitcoin miners. And then the last challenge here is supply chain tensions. For a lot of Bitcoin miners, long lead time products such as transformers, PDUs, and gear switches can be really difficult to procure and can delay the energization of a site. So now that we've talked about the challenge, let's look at the strategies that we can use to meet each one of those challenges. The first of which is deleveraging. Basically, this means to cut costs. One way we can do this is by pulling back on any deposits where it's possible. Another way is to liquidate any unused assets that we have on hand. For example, at Poolin, we placed a large order for transformers under the assumption that we'd be able to energize our site fully within this year. Unfortunately, that's been delayed due to some regulatory standoffs with the grid over in Texas. And therefore, we've been working on liquidating some of those transformers so that we can have cash on hand and have a healthier balance sheet during this bear market. The second point is to optimize operations. I think as Bitcoin miners, we need to realize that our site management needs to be as tight as our corporate management. So, sometimes with our sites being in different cities, different states as our corporate headquarters, it can be easy to lose oversight over some of our site operations. So we need to optimize those, have better accountability, better training for those sites. Point number 3 here is to hedge risks. We can do that in a number of ways. Basically, we want to find any ways that we can deleverage our operations, and this can be through finding institutional financing or through OTC desks, derivatives tradings. Number 4 here, we have supply chain resiliency, and this resiliency is going to help us as we try to procure those long lead time products. As we diversify our supply chain, that'll help us become more resilient. Now, before I move on here, I wanted to take the time to just say that we at Poolin feel really fortunate that we're in the mining pool industry because it's given us a really awesome opportunity to move into other types of businesses to better serve our customers. And so we believe we've come up with a solution that can directly meet each of these strategies that I've outlined to overcome each of the challenges that we've talked about. And so today I'd like to introduce Poolin's own immersion cooling solution. Yeah, we're really excited about this because, as you've probably heard several speeches today about immersion cooling, but it really is the future. It is the most efficient and effective way to mine Bitcoin right now. And so at Poolin, we're excited to announce that we're announcing to the market this turnkey solution where any miner from small to big can use this as a way to implement immersion cooling. We know that for many, getting into this new space can be a little bit daunting. Sometimes cost may be the main point of fear, but we've tried to create a solution that is cost effective for all miners. Secondly, we've paired this immersion solution with our PMP software. That's Poolin's own miner management software. And this allows miners to oversee the performance of their miners and control their units remotely, which can greatly reduce operational costs up to 80 to 90%, especially when paired with immersion cooling. The third point here is that immersion cooling, especially our solution, has been found to be extremely energy efficient, stable, and durable. We've been testing this solution for over a year now. We use food grade, high grade stainless steel, which means that not only does this solution increase the lifespan of your miners, it increases the lifespan of your entire operation. And so this will cut down on the time you need to take to, maintain units, switch out your units as you need to repair them. And fourth, we have a really strong supply chain. At Poolin, we have taken the time to build up our partnerships, not only domestically but globally, to allow us to procure all the things that we need to make this immersion cooling solution as cost effective and as quick as possible. Our lead time right now is 3 months. That means from the time you say, let's go, we can get the site design, the procurement of all the materials, and everything built on your site within 3 months. And we have partnerships with immersion cooling liquid providers as well as manufacturers for those long lead time products that I mentioned earlier, like transformers and PDUs. Now I want to go a little bit more over our PMP Smart software, because this really is a beautiful thing. As someone who really loves efficient systems, this thing is amazing. And it's what we use at our own sites to manage our software. This gives you an overview of each miner in your facility. If something goes wrong, you'll know exactly when it happens. You can set it to, if there's an issue with one of your miners, it can automatically reset. And you can keep track of your hash rate, your temperature, the pressure on your pipes, and a lot more. And so we're really excited to be able to bring this software to the market as a package with our immersion cooling solution, because we know that these things put together can really, really make a difference. It can shave so much time off of the needed maintenance and management for your site. With this system, with immersion and with the PMP software, one guy or girl can manage up to 2,000 ASIC units, which is a huge efficiency over air cooling, which typically one person can maintain only 300 to 500. So just think about all the time that you can save, all the time you can spend out on South Beach if you can have more efficient solutions for mining. And so here we can kind of see challenge, strategy, solution, how Poolin's immersion solution can help you meet each of these points. And at Poolin, we're really excited to bring this to the market. We want to work together with the industry to get through this bear market. We know we can do it. And I really appreciate you guys taking the time, having me here today. Visit us at booth number 73. We're outside of this main conference hall. And yeah, feel free to come up, talk to me or any of my teammates. We're all wearing the same shirts. But that's it. Thank you.